Brandon Beane goes trick-or-treating on Halloween right before the trade deadline and brings in 6'2" Rasul Douglas. In this video, we're going to be taking a deeper dive at the stats and why I believe Brandon Beane is the best dang GM in the NFL. First, some points that I think are getting missed with Rasul Douglas here is that he is a 6'2" corner, a long, physical corner, and some have mentioned the amount of interceptions that he's gotten in the past 3 seasons with the Green Bay Packers. 10 overall interceptions the past 3 seasons. Knowing that Rasul Douglas has 10 interceptions the past 3 seasons while on Green Bay, I happened to look up the total amount of sacks for the Green Bay Packers, comparing them also to the Buffalo Bills' total sacks, and we could see that Green Bay has never topped a top 15 sack total in any of those seasons. And why that's important is because an elite pass rush helps the back end of these defenses. So Rasul Douglas getting 10 interceptions on Green Bay while not even having a great pass rush on his defense is a great sign to see. In 2021, the year that he went to the Green Bay Packers finished here with 39 sacks, which was 15th in the NFL. You can see here in 2021 that the Bills were ahead of the Green Bay Packers at 11th overall in total sacks. In 2022, we could go all the way down to the bottom of the list. The Green Bay Packers 27th overall in the NFL with total amount of sacks. Scroll up just a little bit there and we could see our team here, the Buffalo Bills, who finished 15th. I get it, the past is the past, so what's happening this season in 2023? Well, the Buffalo Bills have one of the most dominant elite pass rushes in the NFL right now, sitting second overall with the total amount of sacks with 28. Absolutely unbelievable. And once again, the Green Bay Packers all the way down here at 17th overall in the NFL with only 19. And we all know what Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane look for. Stats across the stat line here. Forced fumbles, batted balls, total tackles, stuff yards, everything. Rasul Douglas is showing up across the stat line. So we now know that Rasul Douglas is going to have the best pass rushing defensive line that he's been on the past 3 seasons. And knowing that he's had 10 interceptions the past 3 seasons, I'm expecting that per game average of interceptions to skyrocket here in Buffalo. The other deep dive I found here on Rasul Douglas is his ability to play both the left and right side. We can clearly see here in 2018, he played the left side for Philadelphia. All years after that, he played the right side, but his ability to play both the left and right offers depth on both sides of the football field for the Buffalo Bills. Cornerbacks kind of prefer a side being fixated to one side, whether they're better on the left or they're better on the right. If there is an injury to Benford or Dane Jackson, whoever that opposite corner is going to be for the Buffalo Bills going forward here in 2023, if there is an injury to either one of those, Rasul Douglas can play really either side, which would allow the preference of either of our backup cornerbacks to be on the side that they're ultimately best on. Brandon Beane has never traded for a player with only 1 year left on his contract. The frugality of Brandon Beane and why he is so special. Why risk giving up draft picks or a player for a player that's in their final year of the contract and we risk losing them to free agency? But this goes a step further because Rasul Douglas literally restructured his contract in 2023 to only have a $600,000 salary. And he is under contract through 2024, meaning that he's going to be here next year for Bills Mafia. And I know I'm giving a lot of credit to Brandon Beane here, but also Sean McDermott and his eye for talent at the DB position, seeing and seeking out these great cornerbacks in the NFL. And we all have to give credit to Dion Dawkins. I mean, talk about restructuring contracts. Dion Dawkins restructures his contract to free up money for this team and for this city. So everyone reach out to Dion Dawkins and tell him thank you. Rasul Douglas is a Super Bowl champion, and we could see his path to the Super Bowl here after replacing an ex-Buffalo Bill, Ronald Darby, after he dislocated his ankle. But you could see here that Douglas made his professional regular season debut against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. He finished with 4 solo tackles, a pass deflection, but they lost 20-27. The following week, he earned his first career start in place of Ronald Darby, recording 4 combined total tackles, a pass deflection, and made his first career interception against Eli Manning of the New York Giants. They ended up winning the 27-24 Douglas finished his rookie season with 25 tackles, 2 interceptions, 11 passes defended. The Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl 41-33 against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Douglas has been in the league just as long as Trey White. He's played and won in a Super Bowl. He's gone against Eli Manning. He's gone against Tom Brady. He's gone against Patrick Mahomes. He has so much expertise in the NFL and is going to bring a wealth of information to the Buffalo Bills. And Douglas actually has 2 interceptions taken to the house. He's got 2 touchdowns. And again, that's on a Green Bay Packers team without an elite pass rush like the Buffalo Bills. Douglas is the tallest cornerback that we've had here in Buffalo at 6'2". He's going to bring a dynamic skill set coming here, playing in a Super Bowl. He's never had such a great defensive line in front of him. Again, the Bills are second in the NFL right now, leading the NFL in a total amount of sacks. To me, this is clearly the best situation that Douglas has been in, being in the best defense that he's been on. And I think we're just going to see his stats get an additional boost being surrounded by so much talent. Well, Brian and Bean goes trick-or-treating for Halloween. It kind of was starting with some preparations. He started buying some Reese's and some Skittles. He brings in Leonard Fournette on this offense in place of Damian Harris, but Leonard Fournette has that same sort of skill set as Latavius Murray. They just plant that foot in the ground and drive, and we saw Latavius Murray actually have a little bit more success than Damian Harris, so I love the fact that we're bringing in Leonard Fournette, who has also won a Super Bowl, who has a ton of expertise playing with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and he wasn't done because we structured Deion Dawkins' contract. Thank you, Deion Dawkins, for freeing up that cap space. We all knew a trade was on the line, and I released a video there about Jalen Johnson only having 3 career interceptions. I mean, Douglas with 10 the past 3 seasons with a pathetic defensive line in front of him. What do you guys think is going to happen here with Rasul Douglas under Sean McDermott calling plays here? I am so hyped up. At 6'2", he's a tackling machine. He finds himself around the football. He's got pick sixes under his belt. I think this was such a great move, and the fact that we're saving so much money, only $600,000 for this season, and we're going to have him for next year too. Don't forget that we were able to bring back Eli Inku, a 325-pound defensive tackle, after the loss of Daquan Jones. After losing Eli Inku off waivers, he comes back to Bills Mafia to help solidify things even further. Truly believe we're going to see Rasul Douglas Sunday night against Joe Burrow. We're going to see him against Patrick Mahomes. We're going to see him against Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott, all these great quarterbacks that we're going to need Rasul Douglas for. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, releasing videos daily as well as going live during each and every single game. But I appreciate you guys, and go Bills.